Okay, guys, it's me, The Unpopular Opinion by Krista Marie. And man, my glasses really do have a glare, but I have to wear them. So, what I want to do is make sure that we do not forget that Erika Jayne is a moral criminal before she comes back on our TV. So, her and Jennifer Shah, yes, I know that I go deep with them, but I just want to remind you guys why Jennifer Shah is guilty and why Erika Jayne is morally guilty. I just don't want anybody to forget before they come back on. So first I'm going to do Jennifer Shah, and this is why Jennifer Shah is a lot of things. See, this is the thing with Erika and Jen Shah. People seem to think that maybe we give more grace to Erika, but listen, Erika's been on our TV way longer. We had way more invested in Erika. We actually probably believed her at one point that she was a good person. And, you know, she's also out there being a complete FUCK-in-CUNT about everything that's going on. Now, I really didn't want to go into her, but I guess maybe we'll just do her first. Because, let me just go there. Okay, think about this. Now, the entire time that Erika Jayne has been on Beverly Hills Housewives, okay, fix my hair. Okay, now look, I put my cheapest extensions in, right? Cheapest ones. I will never pay $700, especially for her hair extensions. Anyway, so the entire time we've watched Beverly Hills Housewives. Now, we've seen all the ladies on there. When they talk about their families, they have emotion. When they talk about their children, they have emotion. When they talk about family functions, going to family functions, spending time with family. Like, we have gotten a lot of emotional reactions because they're normal people. And with Erika Jayne, think about it. The only time we ever got anything out of her was when she was getting paid for it in a book. So for everybody to expect her to feel empathy, any kind of, like, accountability, well, we're definitely not going to get that. She's never had an emotional reaction really to anything. Think about it. The woman was in a contractual marriage. These are bothering me. I gotta take them off. She was in, like, a contractual marriage. I mean, let's be honest, okay? No big deal. It's Beverly Hills, right? So she was willing to morally, I guess, to service herself. It's like bad service to self. She had no want to have any kind of intimacy or, like, a real relationship. Obviously, we know that, okay? I mean, she is as cold as they come. Whatever. That's on her. She can be whatever she wants. Like, I don't go hard on her because of who she is or her personality. I mean, because we're all different. But when you go out there and you act the way she acts on actual national television, and you are so unaware of how horrible it is for these victims to watch you spend the money that we don't even know. I mean, whose is whose? Was it Tom's money? What part of it was the stolen money? I mean, come on. Erika Jayne, you knew that you were not going to go to prison. You knew that you could not, somehow, that you were not going to be arrested. So you just don't give a F. So why are we going to expect her to show any kind of empathy or, like, take any accountability for anything? She's never shown us any emotion. Basically, she's trying to tell us that Tom stopped hugging her. Big bad Tom Girardi stopped hugging her. So that's why she decided to leave him. Right. Really? And she drove him to work that day and then decided to pack her shit. First of all, bitch ain't driving to fucking Pasadena. And let's go back to Pasadena. It hasn't snowed in Pasadena since 2019. So her son being a police officer, which this is what I would love to know. He's got to be a stand-up guy, right? She doesn't really talk about it much. I've seen her a little emotional about him. But if he flipped his car like 5 times in the snow, I mean, and she tells that story, it kind of has to be true. I mean, right? Like, why wouldn't... I mean, unless he's just like, my mom's a complete nut. But who knows? And Tom Girardi committed the perfect crime because, you know what he did? The second he ran out of money or didn't care, he was like, conservatorship, screw you, Erika. Left her holding the bag. Of course he was going to leave her holding the bag. Why did... The man knows he's going to die in the next 5 to 10 years. He's a lawyer, so he knows he can postpone it, he can do whatever, leave her hanging. Yes, she deserves to pay some of that money back. Whether she knew the entire time or not, come on, biatch. You ain't dumb. I mean, you can't play dumb and stupid. And then be like this smart boss woman or whatever. Like, where did Erika Jane go? Where'd your career go, Erika? I know where it went, but anyway. Erika Jane. So, we don't see anything out of her, like, the entire time. Like, she's so dismissive, and she doesn't have any emotion. So, we're not going to get emotion out of her now. And it's a shame, because I think that if she would have showed some remorse, nobody would be talking this much crap on her. I mean, she could even take responsibility for some of it. That would be nice. I mean, come on, you signed the tax returns. So, you go in your book and you say, well, my money says money because I signed the tax returns first. No way, biatch, did you not recognize that $25 million in a certain amount of time was transferred into an account that supposedly is your name on there. Okay, if somebody put that much money in my account and it's not mine, did you spend it? Give it back then. You didn't know it was supposed to be there, right? Then where is it? And guess what, guys? The money is gone. If the money wasn't gone, this wouldn't be happening. Tom would still be trying to pull his schemes. And I also would love to know why the bar I really need to know why the people around him, I think, should be more accountable. Because if he's shitting himself, really, come on. If he's pooping himself, that's how bad he is, that he's in a home. Who's letting this man go to work and go to court? Who's letting him run a lawyer's office? So, really, Erika, you want to play the card of fake amnesia or whatever the hell he's got. Like, think about that. Like, you all should be in more trouble than him, because if you're saying he's incompetent and shitting himself, then he obviously wasn't doing it for 40 years, but whatever. The dude is dying, I'm sure. I'm sorry to wish death on him, but you know he is. He's probably one of the worst criminals besides Jennifer Shaw. But Erika, you know, we invested a lot of time and energy in her. I did. I really liked Erika. I really did. Like, I don't judge people for really anything. Like, who am I to judge? Like, I'm literally the most complicated, worst person ever. But I fixed myself. So, yeah, no. She's like 60 years old at this point. And if you have no self-service to yourself, you didn't want any intimacy. Like, I don't believe that you were putting things on your whatever to have this orgasm. I don't know, whatever she was trying to say. Why all of a sudden is she talking about sex? Like, ew, God. Anyway, Rena Lips, by the way. Let's go on her. Okay, Rena Lips. Why are you name-dropping your husband? Really? I think also you were on Scott Disick. It's more than your daughter was on his Disick. Okay? Because you said his name more than she did. And if you think that you're not trying to be Kim Kardashian's a Kardashian, whatever, you're nuts, lady. Like, you literally said, say no, or say yes to everything. Say yes to everything. Rena, you put out a picture of your daughter. Like, you're on this motorcycle. It's so disturbing, guys. Like, I'm sorry. That's another one. I loved Lisa Rinna until she got on Beverly Hills and went after my Denise. And that is when I was like, what in the fuck are you saying? Because, first of all, who cares if she slept with Brandy Granville? Because even if she did, her husband probably knew. And really, if you're somebody's friend, why are you putting her business out there? Because, Lisa, you're not trying to make her accountable. Not on national television, you bitch. Okay? You're not. And you're lying with Erika Jane, who is a moral criminal, I'm sure. Probably other things. But, you know, whatever. That's your friend. And it would be really funny if we find out that this $5 million investment into all of a sudden Rena Lips. Like, why do you think after 40 years, all of a sudden, now somebody believes in your product? Rena, you've had lips blown up like that since 1977, and nobody's given you a shit since. So why do you think your friend would, or somebody would believe in you now? So I hope Erika did give you that money, because that would just prove that she was cleaning it, and that she really didn't believe in you at all. And you stuck up for her this whole time. But I wasn't even planning on going on you, but anyway. And Dorito Deflecto, that's your name, Dorito Deflecto. Really? I forget what you did because it was so petty and stupid to be relevant, but I just remembered calling you Dorito Deflecto. Oh, the Garcelle stuff. My love, Garcelle. Okay. So, like, why are you going and saying that Garcelle needs a moment, Erika? Garcelle is the moment. She's on the real. Like, she has a real job. She makes real money. She has, like, real feelings and real emotions. She doesn't need you for a moment. And Dorito Deflecto, I think you had something to do with that, too. And Teddy, Fetch, can we stop trying to make that happen, please? Kyle, stop trying to make Fetch happen. It's not happening. Please. Come on, man. We don't want her back. She's not a bad person. She's just weird. Like, she should have never tried to go after Denise because she looked dumb doing it. She looked like a child doing it. She made no sense. And like I said, who effing cares if she slept with Brandy Granville? Who hasn't slept with Brandy Granville? Really? I mean, come on. Do you guys remember how we met her? How we first were introduced to her? From Sheena? Sleeping with her husband? Anyway. I don't know why I just referenced that. What am I forgetting with Beverly Hills? Dorito Deflecto, Erika Jane. She'll never be arrested for anything. I mean, come on. Like, I hope she has to pay that money back somehow legally. Oh, another thing. We need to pick and choose our battles because no, I don't want her on our television making money unless she's paying the victims back, right? But we know that we need her to pay the victims. So we need her to work. But I'll take it as just go work. Do something, do the stupid hair extensions, and make the money and pay them back. Just stay off the TV and re-victimizing victims, because that's what you're doing. And we went on a whole thing on Twitter, you and I, about Epsom salt. That was me. That's why you blocked me. Because literally the first thing you say after all this comes out is, does Epsom salt really work? Yeah, that was me, bitch. Started that war, but whatever. I'm banned by Twitter now. Anyway. And not that I effing care. Because Erika, seriously, like when you looked at Sutton and said what you said, really? Come on, man. Like, you're not some bully. What are you really going to do? Like, I'm not a tough guy either, but, like, I would love for you just to answer some follow-up rhetorical questions. Seriously. Like, I wouldn't even be saying this if I really wasn't serious. Like, you and Rinna, I have some rhetorical questions for you, okay? Yeah, and you need to get off TV. And the only reason I want Kyle to stay is because I love Kathy Hilton. I really didn't think we were going to get what we got, and she is TV gold. And I think it'd be amazing to have her and Kim and Kyle together. But if not, them three need to go because we need Sutton, Garcelle, Denise to come back. Yes, I said it, Denise, to come back. Please, I love you, Denise. I know LVP won't come back, so I'm not even going to pray for that one. Yeah, I just want those three off of there. Okay. My thing about Erika Jane, yeah, like I said, we're never going to get anything that we're expecting from her, so we need to stop expecting it. We're not going to get accountability out of Jennifer Shaw. That's for damn sure. My next video is all about that, and I'm going to prove it to you. That way you guys don't forget. I don't want you to forget when Beverly Hills comes back on what she has morally done. And I really don't want anybody to think that Jennifer Shaw is going to walk into the District of New York and say that everybody is lying but her. It ain't happening, honey. I live here. Judge Stein is not going to be happy after she told you not to do something and you did it anyway. So you're going to walk in there, right? Plead not guilty like you've been. Claiming, knowing they're watching, and say that everybody underneath of you is lying. Do you not understand that when they sign a plea deal, that if they're lying and they go, anything on that plea is misinterpreted, anything's wrong, they will go to prison for longer. So they're not lying, Jen. So get honest with yourself, okay? Because 12 people are pleading against you, and the judge is going to make it worse for you if you don't knock it off. You're not going to listen to me because you blocked me on everything too. But think about it really, because you can't walk in there and say that everybody's lying but you. So, my next record's going to be about her and what you guys think about Coach Shaw as well. Because I need to know why this man hasn't, like, picked up on what his wife has done. So, I went in on Erika. I probably have some more things about her I could bring up, but I can't think of them right now. But that is my Beverly Hills Erika stuff. Like, my whole thing is just, like, you know, we can't expect her to feel bad for people. That she's never felt bad for anything. She's never showed emotion. She's never really cared about anything else but the money. So, I mean, come on. Did he really roll his... Wait, was it Cliffgate? Did he really go down a cliff? I mean, come on. Where's the police report? Where's the crash car? Where's the tow truck receipts? I want to speak to the Uber driver, too, by the way. Jennifer Shaw. But yeah, this one's getting long, so... like and subscribe. Like me, hate me, just please give me a chance. Even if you hate me. Guess what? I'm from Jersey, so I'm used to it and I don't give a fuck. I probably shouldn't say that. I do care a little bit, but people from Jersey understand me and people understand us. It's just everybody else thinks we're a bunch of raunchy, like, I guess every Jersey show out there, watch it and you'll see what they think of us. It's all true. I mean, like, we were the original Jersey Shore cast. Like, we had a shore house every summer. Man, if we had video cameras back then, or I don't even think, we had cell phones, but I don't think we thought about recording the entire weeks and months we were there. But Christ, we would have been rich. My whole family is a reality show, guys. And I love them to death, so don't get me wrong. If they weren't toxic, crazy assholes like me, I wouldn't love them as much as I do. Yeah. So, believe me, I don't talk like, I'm not a hypocrite. I'm not speaking like I don't know what I'm talking about. I've done a lot of the same things these people have done. I have overcome these things. And I would never go on national television and commit the crimes I did. And then complete, not guilty, and scream, call Kim Kardashian. Like, what, bitch? Oh my God. Okay. All right. That's enough about that. Let me get into Jen Shah after this. Like and subscribe.